And I just had the most wholesome conversation. I have a friend back home. Every time we talk, it feels so good. I'm so grateful for them. They have such a good heart. They really, really have such a great heart. And they're like me, where they're so friendly, so nice, and then they be snapping when people be testing them. But anyways, it was really nice to have that conversation. Super, super wholesome. We were just talking about focusing and celibacy and going after your goals and just doing what you need to do. And I'm just really flattered because I had a lot of people saying they're watching my journey. And I didn't realize, like, you know, I'm not going to gas myself up and be like, oh my gosh, like, my way is the way. But the fact that, you know, I have people looking at what I'm doing and they're like, you know, you made it. And they're not judging me for my digital work or the type of work I do. They just look at what I did and how determined I was to get there. And that means so much, like. But it was so nice. I'm glad they called, or I'm glad I called them, because they be calling me, and sometimes I forget to call them back. But I was like, you know what, you gotta tend to the people in your life that are good for you. It's so easy to nurture negativity. It really is. I'm guilty of it. Nurturing negativity is one of the, like, main ways to keep yourself unhappy. And so it's like, you really have to redirect your mind and your energy and all that stuff. I'm not trying to seem corny, cliche, or whatever right now. Like, it's really true. So I was like, let me go ahead and call this one friend who's been nothing but good to me, nothing but a kind ass spirit. Like, let me go ahead and figure out what I want to do. I feel like it's such, let me stop crying over everything. I feel so good, y'all. So good. Keeping to myself. I got invited out yesterday by the same crew, but I personally don't want to be included to be excluded, if that's the move or whatever. So I'm keeping space, and it's like, why aren't you coming? I'm good. I have met amazing souls here. Please, I want y'all to know, like, I was looking through my photos and I have met people who just, you can tell, you can feel energy, y'all. You can feel energy. And I told my friend on the phone just now, when New Year's hit, I never really had this, like, oh my gosh, like, it's a new year, like, you feel it. Maybe one time when I celebrated in Italy, and I was like, you know, with a bunch of friends, and the moment was magical or whatever. But this year, I was in my house for New Year's. It was real casual, and the time passed, but I felt like there was an energy shift in the world that was, like, connected to all of us. I know it sounds silly, but I really felt like, no, something about this year is different. And I don't know if it's just that I convinced myself, and then I had to execute that through my actions, or if there really was something that was coincidentally happening. I don't know. Anyways, I'm rambling. I met amazing people. I met some decent people, and I also understood that friendship is complicated, and I'm the type of person, like, I'm sorry, if something goes wrong or something goes or the energy's weird, I dip with a quickness. I'm not staying to find out if I want to stay longer. But with some friends, like with the dinner situation, I realized, like, communication's important, and some people don't mean harm, they just, you know, and it's important to, like, work through those things too. So I feel like I'm getting to a healthy point where I'm not just like, oh, okay, I'm running away. Like, stay and figure out the things you need to figure out with good people, because there are good people out here. People are complicated. I'm complicated myself. And for the other people who just clearly you're not on the same wavelength or you're not aligned with, those you can dip from. Go ahead, run, Forrest, run. And then some people are just, you have little to no issues with them because they're just really great spirits. Like, everything, there's levels to it, you know? You gotta figure out what level you're willing to, like, what's the lowest level you're willing to deal with, and then hopefully things just keep going up from there. You want to be around people that make you feel good, that push you, etc., and vice versa, and, you know, you're doing the same for them. And I feel like I'm finally cultivating a healthy social circle, and wow. And it's crazy because, like, I was so lonely and to myself for so many years. I had convinced myself that I had to just, it was me, myself, and I only. But I have, like, I see it. A social circle, support, it's solid. And I was scared I'd be in my 30s with no friends or have a wedding with no friends, and I'm grateful for that. Like, these might be some of my, I'm not gonna say forever people, but they here for a minute. I ain't mad at it. With travel culture, it's hard because you come across so many people and then you never see them again, or you might see them in a different country or whatever it is, and then people back home don't understand it, or the moment you leave, you're no longer relevant. People's lives go on, and then, you know, you see a lot of people traveling as a couple, or they travel with friends and then they go back home to their social support. When you're constantly moving around, your social circle and social support is kind of unstable because you're floating around. People don't know what's going on with you. But at the end of the day, I'd rather do that and just know that the people I have by my side understand that phones and planes exist. And that's just that. And if you really fuck with somebody, I'm sorry, I'll cross oceans for you. If I really fuck with you, I'll cross the ocean for you. So, yeah. I think what I'm trying to say is finding your people is a very beautiful thing. And it's a mix and match type of thing. So if you come across people you don't vibe with, that's okay. If you come across people you click with and you feel like you've known each other forever, that's cool too. That's amazing. If you have people back home you still got mad love for, if you got people back home that you don't talk to no more because you're doing what you do. It's all about finding your people. Like, the right people will understand you gotta go on the journey for yourself, and they'll still be there along the way if it's really like that. So I feel so good. I feel so happy, y'all.